Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another part of Hades. I did not record yesterday because I got sidetracked, and before I knew it, it was already too late, and I was doing something last night, so there was no video yesterday. But I guess functionally that'll serve as my day off, so to speak.
I should take my spear.
I've been wanting to use the spear lately, actually. So, Raging Rush, what's this? Dash to your spear. Wait a second. Isn't that what Hades does in his third form? Why wouldn't that be the aspect of Hades that does that?
Remember your past.
Well, whatever. Oh my god. Let me look what this does. A huge spin attack that makes the foe take more attack and special damage for 10 seconds. That's pretty good. Let's end with that then.
Wretches of the underworld, take heed. Rewarded.
Motherhood's a curse, young Zagreus. Be thankful you're immune. You sprang from Nyx herself, or so I hear. I sprang from Thea, whoever she was. And I once bore a child, too. Long gone. Her mother's work. Isn't it such a waste?
Lord Dionysus, it's been great getting to know you, so please accept this humble offering.
Now that is something, a right princely gift there, Zack. And just so happens, I got something here I have been meaning to give you.
Thank you, Dionysus, mate.
I gotta hand it to you, Zack. You don't back down. You don't ever back down. What is this, like the 20th time that you've attempted to escape?
Time to feast. Heads up. Spear's due for a little maintenance. This should work. Lady Aphrodite. If not for our acquaintance, I'm certain that my days or nights would be much drearier indeed.
Why, dearest, such a wonderfully thoughtful gift for me. I love it, and I would be lying if I said you shouldn't have. Keep following that heart of yours, dearest. It's good enough a guide, believe you me. Mine tells me you are going to succeed.
Good for the health. Broken to bits. Uncle Poseidon, it's been excellent to know you, sir, so please, this is for you.
Oh, I am positively moved by your affection, little nephew. Though I think I've just the thing for you in turn. Here, I shall transfer it to you.
I thank you, Uncle.
Nephew, your cruel father, Hades, he's my elder brother, you know that. Not exactly the expressive type, but never was. We seldomly saw eye to eye on things.
Is this perhaps going to be another cast build? Because I sense that's going to happen. Oh my god. I love just getting hit by attacks that I can avoid.
I'll take that. Which way? Whatever, let's try.
First, we're going to steal from our father. Because we love testing his patience.
There. Satisfied?
Cheers, Father.
Definitely.
A river market. Pleasure doing business. To my health.
Oh, have this.
Charon, I realize you have a very busy schedule and certainly needn't keep going out of your way for me like this, so here. Just a small token of my appreciation for you. If you ever want to talk, know that I'm here. Thank you, mate.
So that one has special effects. Basically, if you completely, like, finish, like, a bond with someone, you get some special stuff, which is, like, everyone has a call, but I think some characters are different in that they don't. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm not sure if Charon actually gives you anything. There's nothing really I recall him giving me.
I can take it. Master Chaos, forebear of the gods, it is an honor to have met you. Please accept this gift.
Seldom do mortals or immortals think of making offerings to me. As I do not expect such token gestures, I am very much amused, and I accept.
Yet, as all of us residing in this realm are well aware, the dead survive eternally and thus are closer to the gods. Perhaps then all of us exist and make our choices precisely as chaos envisioned in ancient eons past.
I was at times uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago. After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake. But our connection had been severed by that point.
Blood and darkness.
Allow me, boy, to introduce some of my loyal subjects.
Oh no, whatever will I do? Oh goodness.
Don't do that.
Back to the lowest depths with them.
I often remember that there's sweetness in this world only by your grace, Lady Demeter. I'm thankful that we've grown closer through all this.
You would make further offerings to me. Even though I have made quite clear I've lately not been at my charitable best, young Zagreus. You're either naive, or you're much too kind. Or both.
For someone, not that I would know a thing of it, only the mutterings of shades descended to this realm for freezing cold or famine. Surely they pray. The seasons are due for a turn for the better.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Absolutely yes. Well, you know, maybe that wasn't very good. Whatever. I've gone with it, so it's too late. No money to steal. Oh well.
Shall we?
Ready, Electo. See, Electo? He is right on time, just as I said.
Megara, bleed him.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Blood and
Electo took off. stop, Asphodel. Up we go then. Yes. Be there soon, Lemmy. Wasn't this whole expanse once lush and green? Delicious.
Oh, that's right, because Chaos is staying here. I wonder what'll happen.
I do not think so, boy.
I just want to see, like, if there's any, like, cool dialogue he'll say.
You lived through all of that.
Finally.
Nope, nothing. Got it. Wasted my time.
So, how's Orpheus been doing lately anyway? Still keeping his hair in those neat little curls. I guess his tan must have faded by now.
Curls? Not exactly, no. But he's doing all right. For him. He's started singing again lately, which was a big step. He never used to before. Would go on about how he'd lost his muse.
And now he knows I'm out there still, huh? That's... well... thank you for the update, hon. Music's his gift. Good to know he's not thrown everything away. That one's on me.
Feeling better already. See you again.
Take it easy.
You're just in time. It's Demeter. Should fetch me something. Looks clear. Why not?
The steel boon is insane. Oh my goodness.
All right, Lernie, let's have it out between us then. Here come the heads.
Let's complicate things,
Nice. All set. Take me up. Check. Time to pick a fight. Time to make some changes around here. Here I am. I never could have come this far this quickly had it not been for your tireless support, Lord Hermes, sir. I'm in your debt.
know, cuz I gotta say I had a few concerns when we first met, your father being who he is and all. But you're all right. You did it, cuz, and by it I'm referring to the act of beating down my seemingly invincible boatman associate who fancies himself pretty tough as underworld deities go. He wasn't sure you had it in you, and if I may be so bold, neither was I.
Oh.
He,
Moving right along.
oh my goodness. Ow. And I walked straight into that.
What?
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
I won't have it.
Okay, that was lucky. I was like, do I want the palm or not? I think that was a pretty simple question to answer.
I'll run you through.
How am I not hitting this guy sometimes? It's like only occasionally do I manage to hit them. Even if I'm behind them.
See that, Varutha?
I don't know. This one's really good, but also this fulfills something, so I'm gonna go for it.
I know you're out there, fish. Got it. It's a clam. Olympus, I accept this message.
You are more skilled than I expected, Short One. A rematch is most certainly in order.
You're going to force a rematch each time I manage to defeat you, aren't you?
We and our victories are all impermanent here in Elysium. We live, such as it is, for moments such as these.
Cheers for the fight. In the name of Hades.
Greet you, Zagreus.
Ice cold. Here's the fee.
I'm grateful, dearest.
Offend me, and I'll drain the last traces of color from those cheeks of yours.
Forgive me, Demeter. Looks like I angered her.
Winter's gone for now, young Zagreus, and so take heart. But also, you take heed.
Winter, that's when it's cold or something, right? Ooh.
Chill afflicted. Bows shatter at 10% health, inflicting chill nearby. I don't think I've ever gotten that boon before. I like it though.
Trespasser.
What else?
Oh my goodness.
Every time.
Our build has changed. It seems. Gee whiz. This one.
Thank you, mate.
Oh my goodness.
Let's make some waves, right, Uncle?
Money.
Please fight with me again, Asterius. I mean, just like before. You must forgive me my indecencies of late. This blasted fiend, his lies and treachery get right under my skin. Or the phantasmagorical equivalent.
Swear something to me, King. That you'll discard your fears about our bond. The short one here is never going to break it. He doesn't even understand it. The only one who can break it is you yourself.
Oh, my dear friend Asterius, I see, of course, you're right. You're right. You're right. And I solemnly do swear to you indeed that I shall never again doubt our brotherhood, nor shall I ever listen to this fiend. Together, now and always.
Well, glad that's settled then.
Delta strike!
Your presence is a stain upon Elysium. Face me.
Delta strike!
What in the world was that light that showed up? I have never seen that before. Was that like... Did Thanatos just help us or something? It happened again. What the heck? How does that...
What a loudmouth.
Out of almost, I want to say 130 hours of me playing this game, I have never seen that. What the heck even was it?
Hello, supportive shade.
I am so confused. It must have been Thanatos, because that's the only person who has a scythe. But then again, like, I never use Charon's little thingy right here. Does that have like some sort of special effect or something? Because I have no idea. I have never. Ugh, whatever. It's cool that it happened. Moving on. I am so fast. Oh my god. I'm actually faster if I just walk instead of dodging. I may just do that instead. I guess let's go for this. Oh wait, no. That could have been my legendary boon that makes it so that they just die instantly at 10%, because they were really low on health. That could have been why. But why is it a scythe of all things? I don't know.
What do I get?
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Time to deal with Father's pest problem, I guess.
More of this thing. Oh, stop that, Willie. I really don't like being poisoned, and I also don't like having bombs on my head. If that could just cease. And by that, I mean both of them.
Random enchantments.
Oh. Now we made a better normal attack build. Nice. Oh my goodness. There's so many rats.
Found it fast this time. In the name of Hades. We can switch to a different boon. Disgusting. Cerberus will love it. I'll take it. I accept this message. Down the chute. Come on up. Stonewall.
Likely it was once a wayward seafaring denizen itself, which proved capable of its living in fresh water and found a fertile feeding ground on the river Styx. I see.
For coin. Life. Set. Power of Olympus. Stronger still. Back I go. I can use this.
My powers, dearest, oft go hand in hand with those of Dionysus, with his power to persuade the mind to find such beauty where it isn't really.
No need to flatter me like that there, Lady Aphrodite. Beauty's almost entirely within the mind, I'm sure. And in the muscles, and the jawline, and the winning smile, and, well, who am I to tell you, yeah?
Ah, yes.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Thanks, boy. I'm here, Father. Come on.
It grew distinctly colder just as you arrived. So Demeter has been in contact with you then? That witch. Tell me how much she knows.
What? I don't... Wait, this everlasting winter, it's her doing, isn't it? Why? Don't mortals die when it's cold? Sounds like a lot of extra work for you.
Then you are ignorant. Keep it that way with her, lest you risk everything you understand. The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now. To get involved in everything. Sure, you could have avoided that. Enough of this.
Oh, it shall be my pleasure. You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me? Such strength, boy.
Okay, well, that literally just confirms it. That was Demeter. Why in the world does she have a scythe? I don't know. She has her reasons.
There are a myriad of tales to be told, of both great deeds and of vainglorious defeats. And this has been a tale that falls somewhere in the middle overall.
Oh no! I did it, I think. How goes it? Achilles, I was wondering if you'd split this with me at the lounge. A small excuse for both ourselves to take a break.
Are you most certain you have time for me now, lad? Though how could I decline? I'll see you there. was a fool, you see. The gods promised me eternal glory beyond death. I could have stayed out of the war, stayed home with Patroclus. I threw everything away, and sent so very many to this place.
What's done is done, sir. In my mind, you're the greatest warrior who ever lived. So is it glory you still seek, or is it Patroclus?
It isn't glory anymore, lad. I'm sure of that. Patroclus, however, I fear he's gone to me forever. Although his shade might yet reside within this realm, we left on terms I'd not forgive if I were him. Though, I had better get back to my post now, I think. I hope I didn't cast a greater pall over this place back there. I'm very thankful that we had this chance to get caught up. Now you had best be off. Take care out there.
Wanted to say, the Lady Aphrodite asked that I relay a message to you, sir. She said that she admires you. Mentioned a certain war.
Admires me, does she? Sometimes, lad, I think that Aphrodite is the mightiest of all the gods. Her power is what spurs us all to action, whether to love or war, or sometimes both the two. I'm grateful for the message.
Looks like it's about 7:50.
Within the recesses of the administrative chamber lies the elder sigil of the Master's House, a symbol of the fate-given authority to rule beneath the earth, and means by which to travel the entirety of all that dark domain.
Could never get that blasted thing to work for me.
Okay, so that's how he does it. He just jumps in there. I see. He gets an elevator while we have to take the stairs. How rude, honestly.
I'm much obliged. What's for sale? I could use that. Extra keys.
More keys.
Seems like a good deal. I'll take the nectar. Orpheus, you said that it was one of life's injustices that Eurydice doesn't get her fair share of the credit for the songs she wrote. Isn't there something we can do?
Why, I don't know, my friend. Once people set their minds to certain things, it can be difficult to show them other possibilities exist. What's to be done?
I don't know. Tell them they're wrong? Politely, perhaps not. Or tell them what's right. Get the word out about what's right? Can't we do that?
Get the word out? But I am court musician of this house. My songs no longer reach too many ears. Although, I do suppose all of these shades about, they are my audience as well. I shall make certain that they know whose songs I sing.
Then word will spread. I'm sure of it. Should check the garden.
Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all, do let me know and I shall have them dealt with quickly.
Oh, Hades. I think the shades around here have been through enough as it is. I don't mind them. After all the time I spent on my own, having some company has been a welcome change.
You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if there's anything that you require...
Require? Look at this place, Hades. Look at me. I have everything. And so do you. Try not to worry quite so much. And be patient with your son. That's all I ask.
Persephone, I cannot promise you such things. They're not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. God of the dead. If the wretches do not fear me, or you for that matter, what then?
I'm not going to tell you how to balance your work, your marriage, and your parental responsibilities. I don't think anybody on Olympus or below knows quite how best to manage that. So long as we do our best.
Our best. That I can promise you.
That is so sweet. Alright, what's this? Oh. Primordial boons. Let's see. Oh, we've got one more from Chaos we can get.
Ready, I think.
And then our thing will be complete.
You know, pal, when you're not around and it's just me and all your weapons, I mean your infernal arms right over there, between us, they are making me a bit uncomfortable.
Can't blame you, mate. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a chamber with a bunch of legendary, quite possibly malevolent killing artifacts. Anything I can do?
Oh, I didn't mean it like a bad thing, boyo. The weirder you make those things, the more it gives me the shakes and keeps me hopping like this nice and steady till the next time you get back. So thanks.
Sure.
Nevertheless, I sense that there is not to fear. There is not to fear from him? Weird. And I have to confess, I admire the optimism which he carries out of this task of simply standing at attention, being beaten, often mercilessly, all for martial training's sake.
For you, mate. Thought you might get a kick out of this.
For me, pal? Awful nice of you, just awful nice. But guess what? I got this for you. Tit for tat, you understand? A deal's a deal.
Cheers, mate.
Let's just show off what this does. Automatically restore up to 50 HP when your life total is depleted. Once per escape. So, this is additive, meaning the 3 death defiances that I have now, that just gives me an extra one.
Coronacht hungers.
It's very cool, I know.
My aspect of Coronacht is stronger now. Now you are awake.
Max that.
Be right back. Back in one piece.
We'll go with that.
Ah, you shot me.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of damage.
I'm alive.
What could go wrong?
Your father, Hades, and I share a common fate, each having lost a child fully grown. Except that he's a hollow fool whose child left. Whereas my daughter never would have. Ever.
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I kind of think that did happen. You are not going to be happy when you hear that. Okay. If you insist.
Master Chaos, I pledge never to forget you or your good graces. May your wisdom and your whim forever guide me.
Is this an offering of fealty or friendship, son of Hades? I do not wish to know from you the answer, so that I might dwell on it and all the possibilities. When you extend an offering to the Olympians, for a fleeting instant, it appears as though they are able to hear your prayer. Or so I have observed. How interesting that your thoughts are capable of breaking free, yet you cannot.
I can handle this.
Count upon assistance from me, Zagreus. I always shall prioritize the needs of our family above everything else.
More, huh? Done and done. The curse of chaos has been lifted. At the risk of incurring your wrath, Lady Artemis, I hope you will accept this from me and see that my gratitude for all you have done for me is genuine.
What do you know? Another gift of nectar. That's quite thoughtful of you, Zagreus. Normally don't care much for the stuff, but every now and then, I mean, why not? I hope that once you make it to Olympus, we'll go hunting sometime, you and I, you know? I like being on my own and all, but it's been nice talking to you like this.
You again. Good enough. I'll break you again. Lord Ares. Lord Ares, please accept this token of my deep appreciation for your generous support.
An offering?
indeed. How gracious that you keep me in your thoughts. Know that likewise I keep you in mine. You bear the blessing of Athena, yes? She would protect you from your enemies, whilst I would rather that you slay them and be done.
How about no? Shot. Which path?
How thoughtful, Zagreus.
I'll not abide such disregard of our past companionship, my kin. In war, one must take sides, and you had best choose mine.
Ares, forgive me. Here comes his wrath.
And I commend you for it. Let us continue on, as friends and kin.
This means war. I'll take what's mine.
Come forth, wretches, and stop this meddler. That's enough.
Well, that's better.
Now, here's something for you.
I'll take this one. I'll just have a look around. Hello?
Murder.
She's a bit much. Mine now. Here then. Up we go. Asphodel. I don't think so.
Clear.
This one's for you, swift and sure-footed messenger of the gods. You make what you do look easy, but I know you're going out of your way. Thank you so much, Hermes.
My rule is not to let things get too personal as far as work-related matters are concerned, cuz. But your family, and, well, you're a right decent chap, I think. Offering up a bit of nectar to me in the middle of all this. You ever wonder how I got this fast, cuz? Lots of practicing, I'll tell you that. And being born unnaturally quick, I guess.
Time to go. As I remain committed to my task, Goddess, I'm reminded none of this would have been possible without your aid. And so, I must give thanks, even if through a meager offering.
I know there isn't much that you can do to show your gratitude at present, Zagreus. But I would ask that you save it for when your task is complete. You've more important matters to attend to now.
Olympus, I accept this message. accept this message. Grant me strength. Wait, she's not singing.
You read my mind, hon. I go through this stuff awful fast sometimes.
And I, in turn, shall go through your incredible cooking awful fast, given the opportunity.
The nymph Eurydice, born of the oak itself, must know this better than most of her kind. She took a suitor who by most accounts was a common mortal, talented beyond compare, but not a god. Yet all the love they shared could not keep death from tearing them apart. Dang.
What happens now, hun? What I mean is, now you got me thinking about Orpheus again, so what am I supposed to do with that?
Even if you can't be together right now, I hope it feels better knowing how much he cares for you. And I will try to pull some strings like you said. I can't make promises where my father's concerned, but I'll do everything I can.
Well, what can I tell you? Thanks, Your Royal Majesty. That means a lot. No pressure, though. I've been all right without him all this time, and I will be all right no matter what. If only he could say the same.
See you.
Farewell, Your Majesty.
Cheers, mate. Much better.
So...
Why, hello, Lenny. What have you been up to since I last destroyed your multitude of heads?
Yes, I know I haven't been talking much this run, because there's hardly ever anything to really talk about unless something's happening. But whenever she says that, that basically we are close to finishing that whole line of stuff up. You'll see what I mean. Assuming I'm able. Ow.
Needs a neck anyway.
Well. This Hydra is dangerous. Yeah, okay, alright. Ow. That's enough bouncing, okay? You're bad at listening. Yes, I know. It can't hear me. I'm joking.
Lovely chatting with you, Lernie dear. By my birthright.
Ooh. Money, 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 money. Money.
I trust you had a pleasant stay in Asphodel.
You really need to turn down the heat in that place.
Yeah, I'd say so. I want to switch to this boon.
That one. Much nicer climate. Might as well. Master Chaos, I've returned. At a fishing point.
For the next 4 encounters, you cannot collect your stuff, but you get this. That one's really good.
Right there. We got a Projelly.
A Projelly. What is this? Whence came life? This is a question mulled by many a philosopher whom I've met or overheard, even ones here within the underworld, who have already learned something of death. Still, they know nothing of life. Other than that, it came from chaos. What does the Projelly have to do with that? Oh well. I will say nothing beyond that point. That was really fast. What's up?
Here in Elysium, you have to win this stuff, so I have rarely had occasion to enjoy it. Thanks.
I'd say you earned it more than anybody else I've seen around here lately, though I don't make the rules.
You vanquished Theseus however many times of late, or someone matching your description has, stranger. Almost had to laugh when I heard that, though I suspect he hasn't learned a thing.
What, you know him? Though, yes, he does seem rather set in his ways, convinced himself that I'm some sort of demon from the lowest depths. Which, well, it's partly true, I guess.
You're quite notorious around these parts. The tales of your father's monstrous son, kept under lock and key within his house. Fear and ignorance make for great stories, no?
Thank you. No, it's the butterfly chamber. every strike count. Hades.
We have an intruder.
You lot, huh? Like that.
Chance.
I'll take it. Should come in useful.
Oh, hi there, Zagreus. I was just failing to persuade Lady Demeter to ease up off the snowy stretch that we've been having for a while. Some of the mortals are quite weary of it now, and it sure doesn't make the hunting any easier.
The mortals are resourceful, Artemis. Their one redeeming quality, perhaps. They'll find a way through our long winter here. They ought to, since they brought it on themselves.
Combined power.
You know, I don't think I should. But I kind of want to.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Well, if it shows up again, I will. Only because the hammer. Otherwise, I would have done that, like, immediately. Oh yeah, it's chaos. Having such a nice boon, but unable to use it efficiently. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is going horrible. I have to stand in place to do damage, but because they're chariots, they move and they just slam right into me.
Good as new.
I need more death defiances.
face.
What a tease, honestly. If only I had enough. I don't know which one to go with. More boons. That's always nice, I guess. But I am in a lot of danger.
You again? Ready yourself, Asterius, my friend, for our most hated enemy has come to challenge us again before this loving crowd.
I don't understand this place at all. How is it you're still champion after all this time? After losing repeatedly and often, I mean.
What would you know of it? There's more, much more to being a champion than empty victories. It is a way of thought, a bearing, a certain dignity which you shall never have. What is the matter, fiend? Is your weak sense of resolve already shaken? At you!
Finally. A souvenir. I dedicate this victory to you, good Shade.
Actually, now that I think about it, I could have just used Skelly's tooth. Or
I'm rich.
One of the other boons. Yeah, it's fine. Me too, buddy. Me too. This one.
Should stock up for the road ahead. Just what I need.
Did you just see that 1000 damage? Oh my goodness. No.
Got one. A fine catch. If I were a Satysack, where would I be? Storage chamber. In the name of Hades. Much better. Should be able to get back through here. Now for a chat with servants. Pleasure doing business.
vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
I can go. Been waiting long?
I see it's time again that we begin our bloody business here. Darkness.
Rest in peace.
Darkness. Go home. Test my patience. What shall it take? What shall it take for you to... You win, boy.
I did it.
Upon the surface realm, the mortal-loving prince would doubtless find that death still comes in a variety of different forms. One of the most common, yet perhaps least interesting, involves simply waiting long enough until...
Again?
Died of old age. I should have joined along with the...
Please, everybody, hold
yeah, whatever.
Welcome home, boy.
Thank you.
Honored to have met you, great Achilles, our royal guard. Good to know whom to turn to should anything run afoul around here. So it was you who instructed my son in the martial ways.
Indeed, Your Grace. He was a talented student. If only you could have seen his progress. Surely you would have been very proud.
I am proud. You know, you were already quite the name back on the surface when I lived upon Olympus. I should think your legend spread much farther still since then.
Oh, I doubt that. Although, thank you, Your Grace.
What do these shades have to say for themselves?
My feet ache and I don't have feet anymore. Cause of death. Old age. Oh my goodness.
More nectar for the old disposal service, Father, if you don't mind. Come on, you must have tried the stuff, at least in the days before you were here. Didn't you ever enjoy yourself at any point?
I don't require beverages in order to enjoy myself, boy. Unlike so many of your kin upon their mountain. Yet this blasted substance somehow finds its way to my domain. Then fine. You wish for the customs here to be more akin to Olympus? Why not?
Why not? Father, all these shades, aren't they going to let on that Mother's back? What if word spreads and the Olympians find out?
You are so well accustomed to defying me that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this until we are prepared to make any announcements on our own terms.
Sounds like you've got it all under control. Hey, Orpheus, I take it you know all about the time I burned my father's hands to a crisp the moment I was born? He grasped me by the feet, and they caught fire. And that's why he still wears those fancy rings, to cover up the hideous scar tissue.
But that is such a splendid tale, Zagreus, deserving to be sung both far and wide until it turns into the stuff of myth, as deathless as the gods themselves. I'll gladly tell that one about.
Great. Head chef, here's the latest catch, chef. Till next time. I've come for questionable deals. Here's the gemstones. Too good to pass up.
I'm just gonna use them all. We don't use gemstones for basically anything other than aesthetics.
Like a good deal.
And to be quite honest,
The gemstones, then.
I think the place looks fine.
I'll take it. Here are your keys.
Nice.
Skillfully executed work.
Thank you.
Nix, if hypothetically I felt that some injustice had been dealt to someone who deserved a better lot, say that they were subjected to too harsh a punishment for all eternity, don't I have some of my father's authority to do something about it?
Now that you have regained your access privileges to the administrative chamber, child, yes, that is the level of authority you hypothetically possess again.
But how can I possibly find anything in there? The place is wall-to-wall pacts and parchments. I have no idea where to look.
You can be made aware, though use discretion if and when you need to exercise this power, and make certain that the time is right. Now, are we understood?
Yes, we are.
I'm guessing I have to leave and come back for that to happen.
Night to give me strength.
Let me level this up some more.
Means. All right.
Okay, what do we got? Nothing. Made aware, but how? Nothing's showing up.
At least you're not working with me, though, right?
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Here.
Only the very best treats for my best friend, right, boy?
Cerberus yelps in merriment upon receiving such a generous offering.
I wish that thing would have taken place already. Unfortunately, it has not. am going to save my nectar. No offense to Dusa. I think she's great. Well, perhaps after our next run, I hope. Alright, you got some dialogue. You will see that in the next video. It's controller already disconnected. That's a lovely sign. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing, and leaving a comment down below. And as always, everyone, until next time, I hope you all have an amazing day. We will see you all again sometime soon. And until then, goodbye for now.